Hello, filmmakers and creators alike. Have you ever wanted to make a short film or a video, but you couldn't get yourself motivated or in the right mind state? Well, this video is throwing that all away and saying, forget it, let's just start. We're going to learn what it takes to make a good film from beginning to end, learning those skills and executing, just starting, just creating something. Step one is brainstorming, planning, script writing, shot selection, and if you have actors, casting the actors. Step number two is lighting, which if you can't tell, the lighting needs to be a little bit better, more cinematic, in quotations. Let's get this lighting looking better. Okay, so the lighting is a little bit better. I think this is considered 1-point lighting. I honestly don't really know if this is considered 1-point lighting. It's kind of 2 points in my head because there's this point right here, and then there's a lighting above me, my overhead light that I have in my room. But honestly, I'm not sure. I need to get better at lighting, but this room is small. The next step is audio. So this mic helps with audio, a wireless mic, which I need to get honestly. And audio is a step that kind of is multiple steps. You can add sound and record it off camera for your own sound effects and finding music. So that's post production. But also there's audio like right now where you voice over with a camera. Step four. Step four is camera work. Camera work is, pans, dolly zooms. The camera itself is actually moving or there's a sense of movement. Even if there's still shots, but there's a sense of movement in frame. This scene right now isn't really very dynamic. I plan on adding a little bit of camera work that you will see throughout this video, hopefully. Okay, we're on step 5. Step 5 is the basic edits stage or phase of the editing process and filmmaking process. So this is where you're adding in clips, maybe behind the scenes clips into the timeline and just making sure they're all in the right order. If you have any extra audio, you're putting that in. And then fixing up audio, that's usually what the basic edits are. For step 6, visual effects or transitions, anything to touch up if you go to another scene or another shot, maybe for a match cut or something like that. You might add a transition or you might add a visual effect. If you're making a superhero movie, as an example, you might have visual effects for their laser eyes or something like that. The next step that we have is the last really step before you review your whole entire edit of the whole entire film or video that you made is the color grading. Now, this is a step that I really need to practice on, and I haven't done a lot of practice on myself, so I'm going to do some learning of color grading right now. Okay, now we're on step 7 of color grading, and now I know a little bit more on how this color grading works, and I know kind of how this works now, because if you add a node and you add node, add source corrector, is my guess, and then this, it's a little green, so maybe if we make it a little oranger, brighten it up a little bit, and bring it not a lot. I would just want a slight orange. And then this, if we go over here and we up the saturation a little bit. So from what the video was saying, it's kind of like you want to separate your different color edits so it's not all on the same page. I don't like the look of this. And then if we delete this one, is this possible to copy this and then go to on this one and paste it? Maybe you have to make 3 separate nodes again. So let me try that. Corrector, corrector, and then we'll do this, that, and that, and then we'll copy each one. So if we copy this one and we paste it on there, and then copy this one. Wait, how do I turn it back on? Oh, so if I click it, I can turn it off. I don't have to do as much. So if I do this, other than that, it looks pretty good, honestly. We have this and this. So we'll copy this scene onto this. And we'll copy this onto here. And go here. Wait, Go here, copy this, go here, copy that. I don't know how to get that color effect because this one's more blue. I guess that's close enough. So I think this is pretty good. And then there's behind the scenes. So I'll do some more color grading on behind the scenes here. And then the last step is just reviewing this final edit and rendering it out, crafting the thumbnail, title, description, and planning that out. I'm gonna add a little bit of the behind the scenes more than I'm filming right now, posting it. And that's the video. I hope you guys did enjoy. I know this is kind of a little bit of a different video. It's more of a learning video. If you guys did learn something or you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Bye.